It's the final whistle on Coventry United TV after a disappointing 2-1 defeat for the Coventry United Ladies against Portsmouth. We're joined by Coventry United Ladies manager Jay Bradford. Jay, the first game at the Butts Park Arena for the ladies, but I'm guessing that's not the result you wanted to start life at your new home with.
No, obviously not. We wanted to come here and kind of put a marker down and get 3 points, and it just wasn't meant to be today. We didn't quite get over the line.
Well, there didn't seem to be that fluidity in the passing that we saw at Swindon last week. Promising moves were curtailed by sloppy passing on a consistent basis. Can you explain that? Do you know what went wrong out there?
Obviously, we need as staff to go away and reflect on the game. I think Portsmouth did a really good job in terms of upsetting us and, stunting our rhythm, but 1v1 and kind of our individual performances just weren't there today. They weren't good enough, and I think we have to be honest with that and evaluate that, and as a group accept that criticism that in front of the people that came out say we weren't good enough.
Well, it was a real match of two halves and two approaches for United. It seemed, after conceding twice, it seemed a little rushed as you tried to get back into the game before half time, but in the second half, in a way, it looked like you were a little bit too laid back.
Yeah, I think obviously we were chasing the game from pretty early on, really, which is not ever really what you want to be doing. But credit to us, we went and got our goal, and we put Portsmouth under pressure. And I think at times we were slow when we should have been quicker, and we were quick when we should have been slower. So it's I think it was just one of those days where we didn't get our game plan right. People didn't perform, and we tried to chuck a few different things there. We changed formation, changed a couple of people. But if you're in good areas and your quality on the ball doesn't give the ball to Ali Hall in the right areas, or when we go wide the cross isn't good enough, then there's not a lot that you can do.
Well, Portsmouth were able to keep Ali Hall quiet for the majority of the game. You can see why after her performance last week, but there didn't seem to be much of a goal for elsewhere apart from possibly Helen Dermody. Did the rest of the attackers do enough today, or was it just top defending?
Obviously Portsmouth did well to keep Ali Hall quiet. She's a top quality forward, but we didn't get enough bodies in and around her when she did have the ball, so we'd pump long, she'd get it down, and there'd be nobody within 10-15 yards of her. She's human. She's not going to hold the ball up all day long. You've got to get people around, you've got to get people supporting her. And then equally, when we're looking to play Ali Hall in behind, she might be dropping deep. So I think there was a lot of things that went wrong today, and we've got to go away and look at them all.
And finally, you have got a league to win. Of course, one win isn't going to end aspirations of glory, but how do you bounce back from this defeat next time out?
In the reality of things, in the grand scheme of things, it's only the second game in, and I think there's people panicking already saying, Portsmouth are going to go on and win it. They've got a long journey to go and win it. They are a good side, we knew that. They were good last year, but they've got to graft every single week, and it's a long old season, so I'm not worried about the league at the moment. I'm just concentrating on the next game, which is our Open Cup game here. So I'm hoping that people will come back and support us, and we'll kick on again.
Well, Jay, thanks for joining us, and best of luck next week.
Thank you.